Hello and welcome to another video. In today's video we're going to be looking to breathe a fresh lease of life into this little neglected Fiat 500. As you can see from these images, it's got a lot of moss build up, a lot of lichen build up and a fair bit of crap just generally embedded into the paintwork. So we're going to look to sort all this out and see how good we can get this car looking. As always, I'm going to start off with the wheels and arches, and this is going to be the easiest wheel wash that I'll do because there's no alloys, big flat faced wheel caps, so it's just going to be straight on with the auto glange rebound to get the tyres done, again using the SGCB tyre scrubbing brush, and then I'll be using the big EZ brush to get in at the arches. Nice plastic arch liners, again nice and easy car to work on. For the wheel face itself, I'm going to be using the Infinity Wax wheel shampoo. As this is a plastic face, I just want to make sure that I'm using a gentle cleaner on the wheels. So once I get the wheels done, it was on to do a pre-rinse. I was kind of hoping that I would get a lot of the stuff off using a pre-rinse, but it's really baked on in there and really stuck on. So the pre-rinse, to be honest, really wasn't doing anything. However, because it was quite a sunny day and the panel temperatures were quite warm, I just gave the car a quick rinse down to cool it down before I went on with any pre-wash. And for pre-wash, the good old Infinity Wax Citrus Pre-Wash. I'm using this in my 5 litre pump sprayer, which just makes it incredibly easy to get around the car and to get into all those little kind of nooks and crannies. Sometimes you might use a little bit more solution when you're using this method, but I find that it's worth it and it's a lot less hassle than pulling a trigger constantly as you're walking around the car. So with it being a sunny day, and I really want the citrus pre-wash to get as much dwell time as possible to really loosen up that built-in ingrained lichen, I'm going to cover it with a long dwelling snow foam, and this is the Squid Ink Alcatraz snow foam. You get a really good, nice thick blanket of foam. It actually has decent cleaning power as well if you were using it as a standalone snow foam, but for me the main aim of the game today is dwell time and letting that citrus pre-wash really go to work on that embedded and ingrained in contamination. Just like to take this moment to say, if you are enjoying this video, if you are enjoying that content, please remember to hit that like button, and if you want to see more stuff like this, hit that subscribe button. So after a good 10 minutes of dwelling, I done a little test rinse to see if it was going to lift as much of this dirt off as possible, and it looked to be having a really good go at it. So I just cracked on with the rinse itself, and it's safe to say that the citrus pre-wash and the snow foam combination is absolutely cutting through that ingrained dirt that was embedded into the paintwork. Now that the pre-wash stage is done, you can have a look at the paintwork and see what's left on it and see how well the pre-wash has worked. And it's worked really well, but there is still a lot of contamination and a lot of ingrained dirt, whatever it is, on the roof and on the bonnet. So let's see if the contact wash can take care of that. And for the contact wash, I'm using Infinity Wax's Wax Off. This is their new shampoo, and it can be used in a trigger sprayer for taking the wax off, or it can be used in a bucket as the start of a decontamination wash. So I'm hoping that this is powerful enough to really cut through that grime that's still stuck on the bonnet and the roof. I'm not going to go into the shampoo too much here because I am actually running another test on it. If you happen to see the Subaru sneaking in the background of any of this video, you'll see that it's got some patches lined out on the bonnet, and I'm going to be running a little bit of a test with the shampoo to see how good it is, so stay tuned for that video coming up. Again, now that the contact wash is done, let's have a look at the paintwork and see if we've managed to get any more of that contamination off. And on the bonnet we have, that's just a paint chip there. However, on the roof, there is still a fair bit of stuff left on the roof, which most likely is going to have to come off with a clay bar. And there's some other little weird speckles that's ingrained into the paintwork that we're not quite sure what it is. The owner doesn't know. They said that it might be ash from potentially fire pits in the area, but who knows. So cracking on with the detailing brush, and what I've done is I've just made a little bit of the Infinity Wax Off shampoo up in a trigger bottle at a 10:1 dilution, and just using that as my kind of detailing spray, if you like, and instead of going in with an all-purpose cleaner, just to give a little bit of extra lubrication, because there is I need something quite potent because there is a fair bit of grime to be dealt with in this phase. On to day 2, and to start day 2 off, we're going to be doing the decontamination process. So I've got the Geon tar remover. Again, I'm just running down my products here. I've got some more stuff coming, and I'm just finishing this one off. I do really like this tar remover. I've said it in a few videos before. It's quite nice. You can use your towels again afterwards. You can put them in the washing machine and they don't absolutely stink out your washing machine for about the next 2 weeks. And as you can see, it's very effective. Just spray the tar and glue remover on, let it go to work, get yourself a microfiber cloth, spray a little bit of the tar remover on it, and then just wipe up those tar spots that have melted down the paintwork. Following on from the tar remover phase, we're going to be moving on to the fallout remover phase, and again sticking with Geon and using their Geon fallout remover. Now, I wasn't really sure how much fallout there was going to be on this car. I noted a lot of contamination all over it, but sometimes you just don't know what you're going to get, and let's just say I was quite surprised at how much contamination, fallout contamination, was on this vehicle. So just before I move on to the polishing, after getting the fallout remover rinsed off, gave the car another quick wash and then I clay barred it. Didn't show the clay barring process because at the end of the day it's simple, it's straightforward. You don't need to see me doing that to a car. And then it's going to be on to the polishing. Now, after doing a quick test spot, I found that this Visor medium cut compound with the combination of the SGCB wine pad, which is the medium pad, was really effective. This Visor medium is like a one-step kind of compound, and while my camera is doing some crazy autofocus stuff here, I'm just cracking on with the polishing, and the results that I was getting was fantastic. Considering this is just a one-step polish just to get the car in as good a condition as possible before applying the ceramic coating. I was really pleased with how it came up, and this is an epic fail here. I'm trying to show you the benefit of having an airline and a compressor if you're going to be polishing at home. It's really good for blowing out your pads, it's really quick and effective. I like to do it after every panel. However, as you can see here, I've completely missed the camera and made a rip-roaring arse of it. However, blow your pads out after every panel, cools the pads down and gets them declogged, and then you can crack on with the rest of your polishing. While we're here, can we just take a quick moment to appreciate the arch on that back while I'm trying to polish here? But in all seriousness, I honestly don't know how guys can do this day in, day out. My body was absolutely aching, and don't get me wrong, I know my posture's all wrong in this position here, but this is something that I could not do 5, 6, 7 days a week. Now with this polishing, we're not going for perfection. This isn't a correction, we're just giving it a quick once over before applying a ceramic coating. And really what I hope to achieve by showing you this is that you shouldn't be afraid to polish your own car outside. There's nothing to be afraid of. You just choose a nice day where it's overcast, it's not too warm, and the wind speeds are low, where it's not blowing dust up onto the paintwork. Then you should be able to have a right good go at getting your paintwork into a really nice condition. Now that I'm finished up with the polishing, well, I'm not finished up with the polishing, but next clip I'm going to use an IPA, an isopropyl alcohol, which is going to help get rid of all the polishing oils that's left on the car to make the surface as clean as possible and ready to take a ceramic coating. And the ceramic coating that I'm going to use today is one that I used in a previous video. It's from Infinity Wax, it's their Synergy Light coating. You should get around about a year's worth of protection out of this if you maintain it correctly. And like I said in the previous video, this is one of the easiest coatings that I've ever put onto a car. Very straightforward to use. I'm not going to go through the instructions again. I will leave a link in the previous video if you want to check that out. What I would say is that this coating comes with a trigger spray bottle, and if you leave it a month between uses like I have, any ceramic coating that's left within the trigger hardens up and crystallises, and that trigger becomes unusable. I don't know if you can see here, but I'm actually having to use a pipette in the bottle because the two trigger sprays that I have for this coating are both now fully clogged up. Infinity Wax do sell spray heads for it, but I didn't realise that it was going to be clogged up, so I've just went with the pipette. I've probably used a little bit more coating than what I normally would. However, I've now done 2 cars with this coating, and I've done a little bit of testing with it as well, and I've still got over half a bottle left. So I think, I can't remember the exact cost, maybe $19.99 is going to get you enough ceramic coating to do 4, maybe 5 cars. Then once you've done all of the panels on the car, you then go and get a super plush microfiber and give the car a final buff before the coating's good to go. I'm just finishing off here with some Garage Therapy tyre serum. This is all I use on tyres now. I really rate this product, it's excellent. Again, I'll leave a link to a video that I've done on this product. And coming into some finishing shots, I was really happy with how the car turned out. The owner was really pleased with it, and all I would like to do at this moment is say thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you like this kind of content, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and as always, I'll see you on the next one.
You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. Looking for change, looking for pain, pulling a mob, pushing a train. I'll never stop, stick to a lane, pick up the pieces and go rearrange. I'll be the best above all the rest, put me to the test and expect nothing less, your check as I'm chess, what's happening next, yeah. He got the venom, a tangible weapon, no coming in second. This life is a lesson, he got a new engine from pain, it's a blessing. New focus, no guessing, just bold and obsession, all in his possession. You got their attention, I'll leave an impression and take your